Hey there, guys. Just got the message. We are live. What's going on out there today? Come on, man. What is happening? It's Brent Abel, webtennis.com. Another episode of 7 Around 7. Hope you're having a spectacular start to your day. Last day here in the desert, heading back to Steamboat tomorrow. Beautiful morning. It's going to be toasty. The temperature is rising in the desert. I think we're 106 or 107 today, something like that. And tomorrow's like, dang, 112. No wind this morning. So got a good workout with my boy Christian at 7:30. Looking forward to that on the grass. That'll be good. Guys, what I've got for you today is a story. You may have heard this story before, but if not, I think you'll like it. And if you have heard it, it's a good reminder of something that actually was kind of a big epiphany for me back when I started playing tournaments. Before we get into that story, look, today's the last day to get enrolled in the new course, which is the Match Play Magic Trifecta, which is primarily how do we think during the point in terms of shot choice, in terms of timing at contact, and then in terms of just kind of swing freedom through the ball, so you really build confidence not only on that shot but throughout the match, and then a real foundational base so that you start to really reduce that skill level range. Range is the key word there, right? So that some days we know you play boom right to the top of your skill level. Other days, lay an egg, right? We got to get the bottom up to the top on a consistent basis so that you really do build some confidence by being able to go out there every time you play. Could be singles, could be doubles, could be a drill session, whatever it is, but that you know that you're going to be playing, if not at the top of your skill level on that day, pretty darn close. And that's really where we build confidence. So this new course is going to show you how to do that during the point, hence the trifecta. There's three things that we got to do. The link to that course is down below in the description area. And again, it does close tonight, meaning that I've got a handful of bonus courses that go along with that. Hey, good morning. Good morning, Ubuch. There's a handful of courses that go along with it, along with the masterclass, along with a very special price that again is shutting down tonight at midnight Pacific. So there you go. Look, guys, the story that I've got for you is back when I first started playing tournaments. And I know that I've told you the Bill Steggy story, which is that first tournament I played, a guy that I practiced with all the time, once or twice a week at the Berkeley Tennis Club back in the early 70s when I started to really get into starting to play as an adult. He suggested I play this tournament. So I go out and play the tournament. Of course, my first round opponent is him. And whereas in practice, I was able to frequently go 3 sets with him, once in a while beat him in practice. I go out there in the real deal match in the tournament and promptly go down quickly, love, because I was so nervous, so tight, and just total out of body experience. Well, that kind of started the quest to, I got to figure this mental thing out. And not that I did right away. It took me more than years. I wish I'd sort of had this. I wish I'd had the resources that I've got now back then, because that sure would have fast tracked, I think, getting to the level that I wanted to get to a lot quicker. Anyway, so I would say a year or so later, I was playing in the Berkeley. This is Berkeley, California, the Berkeley Bs, the letter B, right? Where we didn't have the NTRP back then, right? It was all A, B, C, D. And I was probably down there on the cusp, on the threshold of the B minus C plus. And I was starting to play and feel a little bit more comfortable in matches, right, that count, tournaments. We were playing over at Cal on the top of a parking lot. The roof of a parking lot where they had, I don't know how many courts up there, 4, 5, 6 courts maybe. And I think I'd won a round. And then in the second round, I'm playing the number 1 seed in the Bs, right? this guy, Jack Barclay. And Jack, just a wonderful guy, really nice guy, nice, obviously a good tennis player. He was seeded 1 in the tournament, but this was not the open division. This was the B division, probably, today you would say right around 4-0, 4-1, somewhere in there. Anyway, so I don't know how I got onto this, but I read something maybe a day or two before, or maybe it was the night before I played him. I think that's what it was, where Billie Jean King, but the night before she would play a match, there'd be a tennis ball on the bedside table, and she'd make sure that as she was getting into bed and all this, that she'd be looking at this tennis ball and just looking at it like, you're mine, you are mine. And so I kind of interpreted that to mean the next day when I went out and played Jack Barclay was that I wasn't going to visually engage with him whatsoever. And not that he was, not that he was a tough guy to be on the court with. He wasn't. He was just very understated, and there were no shaky calls or anything like that. But for me, what I decided to do was I wasn't going to look at him, was not going to make visual contact with the guy, and just use it as an experiment to kind of see if maybe what I could do then is just focus on the tennis ball, right? Billie Jean King thing. And so it was kind of weird. Like I met him for the first time before the match. Tournament director gave us the balls, assigned us to the court. And that was the last time I actually looked at him, right? I mean, I was just trying to look at the tennis ball the whole time. And so we warmed up, and then he said, "Hey, Brent, let's spin." I said, "Fine." But I was looking right past him, right? I mean, I think from far away, I probably looked out. He thought I was probably looking at him, but I wasn't. I was looking right. I was looking right past him. And so the bottom line is that I disciplined myself in that match for 2 sets to not visually engage with him at all, and just watch the tennis ball. And I beat the guy 4-4. It was like, wow, man, I think I found the key, the answer. And so I think I think the message here is that, and I know we've talked about this before, is that when we engage with an opponent, especially with an opponent that is kind of misbehaving over there, right? Or trying to get inside our heads somehow, is that it's really easy to engage with that personality. And once you engage with that personality over there, it brings up all kinds of thoughts and emotions that really get in the way of what we're trying to accomplish out there, which is basically, mentally just be tough, be stoic, be not setting yourself up for an excuse because you engage with this player, right? You engage with this opponent. So Jack Barclay was not misbehaving. He was not that kind of a negative personality, but I just decided that I would try it. And you know what? It worked. Now, did I continue to take that? No, I wasn't smart enough back then to go, maybe this is something, because it's not easy. It's pretty tough to do. And so I just, for a long time after that, I might've tried it, might've dabbled with it now and then, but didn't really take it to heart. So here's what I'm going to tell you is that part of being mentally organized, bringing out your best mental skills, is to try to not engage with that opponent. And that could mean emotionally, verbally, visually. And I think if you'll experiment with that and try that, I think what you'll find is some of these other competing thoughts that we have between points, during the point. I mean, look, how often have you played against someone that just kind of gets under your skin and kind of rubs you the wrong way? And you're going, God dang it, I just want to kick this guy's butt. This guy's a jerk, right? Well, dang it. I mean, all of a sudden now you've taken yourself out of all the good stuff that you've worked on in practice, where you never had those kinds of thoughts. And you've kind of flipped the script on what you're trying to accomplish out there. So anyway, I thought you might like that story. Try it. Get out there and play a match against someone, and don't visually engage. Don't make visual contact with that player, right? Tough to do. Tough to do. There's a lot of things that opponents do to us that distract us. And the big O, wow, so true. It makes it about the match, not the tennis. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So anyway, guys, there you have it. I want to hear from you down below. Oh, and Ubush, thank you for your comments. Guys down below in the comments area, let me know what's on your mind with the mental part. You know, is there anything that is going on that you need some help with the mental skills? Not that I'm the 100% perfect mental, stoic, organized guy, but I'm way better than I used to be, right? I mean, it was not a great scene back in the day, and it's taken me decades, and it shouldn't. I really did not have a tangible kind of step-by-step program that I do now, that I work on now. And if you're struggling at all with the mental part of the game, down below, click that link in the description area and go check out what's in this masterclass, what the bonuses are. And I think you really see it as, might as well try it, right? And of course, like anything else, there's a nice little guarantee in there. If it doesn't work, let me know. All right, guys, that's it. It's time. Oh, by the way, it does close tonight, midnight Pacific. Here we are, Tuesday, the 24th of August. So jump on it. All right, guys, that's it. It's time. We got to get out there today. Help another human being. Have a great day. Guys, I'll see you again tomorrow.